moving up and down. You just need something to at least help replenish your energy throughout the day.
Well, you have to follow the 3 R's. What am I talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Replenish, recharge, and rehydrate. That is what Fit by Vatra is going to provide you. Fit for life, and to keep your mind fit. Right here on the Power Breakfast, on our Drink Different segment, you will get a chance to win a hamper courtesy of Fit by Vatra. And all you gotta do is to come through, and we're doing something interesting today.
Yes,
Shekinah is and let me throw her under the bus. It's because of Shekinah. That is why we're doing what we're gonna be doing today.
2 days in a row.
Yes.
Yesterday and today.
Oh yeah, now yesterday was all you. Today is all you as well.
Okay.
So, yeah,
okay.
Well.
Okay, no.
Shekinah.
So our game for today is really easy. We're making it extremely. Oh my gosh. We're making
You're the one who started that. No, I'm just following on the wave, jumping on the bandwagon.
We'll jump off the wave. It's dried up.
I'm just jumping on the bandwagon, man.
Well, the bandwagon has left the town.
No, it's still around. It's still at power.
It's not. That's a figment of your imagination at this very moment in time.
It's still here. It does contain electrolytes for encouragement, for endurance, and of course to replenish, recharge, and rehydrate your energy levels as you kickstart your morning. You just gotta have some drink, some Fit by Vatra to be precise. That is what you need to have if you are a sportman, if you are into gym workouts, or if you're just working out. Try to consume some Fit and you'll be good to go. So without further ado, let's take a short break and we'll be right back.
Drink Different Power Breakfast. Brought to you by Vatra Mineral Water. Vatra, made for all, made for life.
And we are back once again. That's on 0955-997-997 or on 0979-192-485. And all you have to do is simply tell us objects that are within a particular home of a particular area, if I should say, and that's now with the alphabet. We're taking it all the way elementary school, if I should say. Primary school, creche, baby class, below that.
No.
Even pre-K.
What's pre-K? Kindergarten?
Yeah, like before grade 1, before baby class. I think that's what
kindergarten?
I guess so, essentially. But we do have a caller that was willing to try, and we've lost them, unfortunately. Do call us back. That's once again on 0955-997-997 or on 0979-192-485. All you need to do is simply just play our game with us today. If yesterday stumped you, yesterday obliterated you, left you feeling like you have no hope, today it's a different game. That's why it's called Drink Different, brought to you by Vatra. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Awesome. Who are we talking to?
Cherise Msatu.
Cherise, okay.
Our champion.
Please give us the first 4 numbers of your NRC, Cherise.
1090.
1090. Okay, got it. So now, Cherise, are you ready?
I'm ready to try.
Okay.
All right. Cherise, you have to list as many things that is found in a house that starts with letter K. In 30 seconds.
A jug.
Letter K, Cherise.
Okay, we're going to start your timer again, Cherise. So it's letter K.
Letter K.
So we start your timer once again.
Pardon?
You have to list things that are found in the house that starts with letter K.
Letter K.
Yes, K. K.
Okay, so
Knife.
Uh-huh.
Knitting board.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Come on, let's do this. Come on, Cherise. Unfortunately, your time is up, Cherise. Tthank you very much for coming through.
Okay, I'll call later.
I know you got it.
A comeback queen who's willing to try and try again.
I love her persistence. She never wants to lose.
That's true. I mean, and that's the spirit you need to have as you go out through the day. If you know that you're a sore loser and you're like, I hate the feeling of losing and I'm going to try and try and try until I get it right, then this is perfect for you. All you have to do is just call us up. That's on 0955 997 997. Hello, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
We're fine. How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
You don't sound okay, Mr. Malambo, though. You sound so low energy.
Low.
I've got a flu.
Oh, I hope you get better soon.
Okay, thank you.
Please give us the first 4 numbers of your NRC, Mr. Malambo.
2363.
All right.
But first off, I've got a complaint.
Okay. We are listening, government. Tell us, what's your complaint?
Yes, we had a segment, but you didn't announce the win.
Oh, early
For the
on.
radio.
We're going to
Yeah.
announce still within the show. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you. Got you.
Yeah, you're not participating?
He's participating. He just wanted to raise a
concern.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, so you are going to list things that are found in the house with the letter C, as many as possible.
The what?
Letter C. C for card.
Which one? T.
C for card.
Which one? House or what?
A house. In the house. What's found in the house that starts with the letter C?
Letter C.
Yes, please.
Your 30 seconds starts now.
Okay, candle, calendar, coaster, cockbody, cushiony, caterod, coat hanger, coin bank, and the cup, cola, cheese, stickers, psycho, coconut, cash, cream, castle, currents, and the cat, crow, chair, camel, choir,
your time is up, Mr.
cowpod.
Malam.
Your time is up, Mr.
First of all,
Malam.
but let's backtrack.
Yeah, a camel.
In the house. Which house do you live in, Mr. Malam? Where have you seen a camel in the house, Mr. Malam? Which house? We don't even have camels in Zambia. Which one?
Yes.
Wow.
Mr. Malambo, no. You've seen a castle in the house. Mr. Malambo made me lose strength today.
I can't.
Mr. Malambo. And he's hung up. Okay, if you think you two can do better and you're like, you know what, I've seen stranger things in a home before and I can answer this definitely, that's on 0955 997 997. You're given 30 seconds to say as many objects that you can think of that are within a home, and that's with an assigned letter that you are given.
That's made my day. Hey, camel, where does it stay? In the bathroom? No?
Where do you even put it actually? In the backyard, maybe? Like the way you keep chickens.
No, in the house. He said it's in the house. So where is it?
It's a house camel, kind of like the way you have a cat, you know. So I guess you need to have a very massive house to fit that camel.
Oh, that's
We do
insane.
have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning.
How are you doing today?
Good, and you?
We are
Kindly
great.
speak up. You're sounding very low. Did you just wake up?
Sorry, I can't get you.
I'm saying, did you just wake up?
Oh,
Hello?
hello, so I can hear you now.
Okay. Who are we speaking to?
Sorry,
Who are we speaking to?
we're speaking to Nalumino.
To who?
Nalumino.
Malumino.
Yes, Nalumino.
All right.
Okay, what's your last name?
What?
What is your surname? Hello?
Hello, Salim.
Yes. What's your surname?
Nalumino Mfungulwa.
Okay, got it. What are the first 4 numbers of your NRC, Malumino?
Oh, 3390.
3390. Okay, got it. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm going to give you the letter L. List as many things that starts with the letter L in the household.
Laptop. Loaf.
Uh-huh. Come on, you got this.
Loaf.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you tried though. You tried. Thank you so much for calling. Do stay tuned.
Thank you.
Absolutely welcome. Shame. He tried his best, but unfortunately, but you never know. He could be right, because at the end of the day, what matters most is that you say a number of things that are right, and the more answers that are correct, and the more the chances of you winning. We still do have time for just one more caller. You could be that lucky person that blows our minds away, because you've just, Mr. Malambo has shocked us. That's for sure. He's made our day.
He has made my morning. He has made my day.
You can top him if you want to, and that's on 0955 997 997. Hello, good morning.
It's Cherise again.
Cherise, you're back once again. Okay, are you ready, Cherise?
Yes, I'll try again.
All right. Cherise, I'm going to give you the letter S.
S.
Yes.
We have a stove. We have a stove, shaker, shell, press, and shoe hanger, shoe tree, shoe horn, slip cover, a soap dish, a spatula, hey.
Come on, Cherise.
We have salad bowl, a sack.
Your time is up. Time up, Cherise.
Okay,
Okay, thank you for giving it a try.
thank you.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the final caller for this particular segment. Don't worry, you can still try, especially if you've been trying to call, but the line has been busy. There's still tomorrow, which is Friday, but there's still next week as well. Same time, same place. For now, we're going to go on a break. When we do come back, we'll announce who the winner is for today's segment.
Some days test your limits. The grind, the sweat, the push. It all takes its toll. But you're not a quitter. You rise, and within reach is that which you need in order to refuel. Fit Sports Drink gives you the edge. Packed with electrolytes for hydration and antioxidants to fight fatigue. It helps you bounce back stronger, faster, better. Fuel your drive. Rehydrate, recharge, and reclaim your day. Fit by Vatra. Fit for life.
Fit by Vatra, fit for life. And guess what, Mr. Malambo? You made our day, that's for sure. But you also did something else.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Malambo, you are the man of the moment right here on the Power Breakfast Show. And I can tell you that you have made my day, and your day has been made as well, because you are our winner for today on the Power Breakfast Show. You came through and listed as many items as you can. And that one, the camel one, nobody keeps a camel in the house, Mr. Malambo. But anyway, who knows? Never say never. You can also be the winner tomorrow. We are also giving you a chance to be part of the winning team. Don't feel bad. I mean, you gave it your all. You wanted to try, but you couldn't, or you wanted to come to, but you couldn't. Tomorrow we are giving you another chance to also win. And make sure that you send your details. Mr. Malambo, you do know the drill. Do send your full NRC number, your full names, and your phone number as well, and you can come and pick up your hamper courtesy of Fit by Vatra.
This is a Voice of the People, where we give you a platform to speak up, have your voice heard, right here on Power FM with the Queens of Breakfast. And in case you've just tuned in, well, today we do have an interesting guest. And in case you don't know who this guest is, he's going to introduce himself in a little bit. It is Mr. Cephas Mukuka, who is the Secretary General, and that is for the Christian Democratic Party. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much for hosting me. Breakfast. I'm really happy that I'm appearing here for the very first time.
That is wonderful. And well, just for those who may not be quite aware, or maybe are hearing of the Christian Democratic Party for the first time today, can you give us just at least a little bit of a preamble of who they are, who you are, and what you do?
Well, I think the Democratic Party is one of the political parties within the nation of Zambia, and it's being headed by Professor Daniel Pule, who is actually the president, and I happen to be the party's Secretary General. And though the name could be deceiving to some people out there, the Christian Democratic Party, it does not mean that we only admit Christians to come to our political party. No, it's just a name. Large and above, I think we just believe in Christian values. For instance, that we cannot engage ourselves in toxic type of politics. We want to call a spade a spade. And where we strongly feel that the government of the day is doing a good thing, we are not going to shun away, but all we have to do is to complement such efforts. And where we strongly believe that the government of the day are making a mistake, again, we are not going to be afraid to voice out, because the political party, Christian Democratic Party, is not for us per se, but it's for the Zambian people. And we are praying and hoping that the best shall come out of this, our nation, going by the great resources which we have been blessed with by the good Lord.
All right, so now let's first by addressing that, for the fact that you are part of the Tonse Alliance. How did you come about to be part of the Tonse Alliance?
Well, the Tonse Alliance is a consortium of various political parties. Not only that, we also have church leaders, we've got student leaders, we also have civil society organization leaders. Last but not the least, we also have got non-government organization leaders. So you can see that package. At the time, the Tonse Alliance was being formed, I don't think I was around, because at that time I was serving as Deputy Secretary General for the Citizens First, which is under President Hari Kalaba. So at the time I disengaged myself from the Citizens First. The Tonse Alliance was already in existence. But I can comfortably say here that I'm actually, I sit in the Council of Leaders there in Tonse, yes. I'm yet to be given a position.
Now, news making rounds on all social media platforms and in every news item is that Citizens First President, Mr. Hari Kalaba, has exited OCA.
Yes, actually I can confirm that, because yesterday before I retired to bed, as per my tradition, I have to spend at least 2-3 hours reading what is happening around. Then when that is done, that's when I comfortably retire to bed. Yes, he left the United Quarter Alliance by yesterday.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
And there are talks of there being confusion in the Tonse Alliance. What's your take on that?
No, I think there's no confusion. The only thing which is there is that, and it's being handled. As at this morning, I saw that there's an internal memo which has been released by President Sean Tembo, who happens to be the Tonse Alliance spokesperson. In that internal memo, it is for us who sit in the Council of Leaders, making us know that the disciplinary committee has been constituted to delve into what people out there may term to be confusion in the Tonse Alliance.
There has been reports to oust Mr. Edgar Chagwalungu as the party leader.
I saw that, but I think for now, I think it's better we wait and hear from the people who are being accused in this this regard, that is Honorable Kevin Luwinda and Honorable Raphael Nakachinda. Going by our constitution, I think one is innocent until they are proven guilty. And like in other countries where once you are arrested, you are guilty until you prove yourself to be innocent. But here they are innocent until they will be proven guilty.
Yeah. Okay. So what policies made you join the Tonse Alliance that you are working on as a collective?
Yeah, I think going by what is happening in our country politically, economically, and socially, I think the citizens have been subjected to abject poverty. And this is against the background of having abundance natural resources. When we look at the mines, but people are still wallowing in abject poverty. So what Tonse stands for is to liberate the Zambian people from the shackles of economic slavery, which our people have been subjected to. And when I was admitted into the Tonse Council of Leaders, I was excited because I want to be part of history. My name should reflect as one who decided to join the Tonse Alliance with one purpose, that is of liberating our citizens from economic slavery. This is what actually excited me. And there is no single political party, I want to say it here, there's no single political party who can face the UPND and win the elections. That's a fallacy. It's not going to happen.
Is that why you're making an alliance?
It is one of the major reasons that the Tonse have come together.
Do you think you are going to pull through with the votes next year?
Believe you me, there's no doubt about that one. There is no doubt about that one. Yeah, wherever I've been, I take time to get into townships, to hear what people are saying. It's the same thing.
But what are they saying on the ground? Maybe you can highlight
what
that
they are saying on the ground is that they are tired with the UPND, and they're actually regretting that they were given an opportunity to run the affairs of this country. And come 2026, the Zambian people are now going to reverse that decision which they made in 2021 by doing the right thing.
Now, to touch on your party, Christian Democratic Party, what economic policies are you planning to prioritize in order to address the cost of living at the moment?
Yeah, at the moment, talking as a political party ourselves, not as Tonse.
Yes.
I think what we want to do, we want to focus much attention on the major pillars of our economy, or sectors of the economy, as it were. Like in the mining, I think we are not going to take a laissez-faire attitude, as is the case today, where the mines, the minerals, everything belongs to us as Zambia. But the people who are running the show are the foreign investors. This is not to say that as a Christian Democratic Party, we are really against a foreign investment. But rather, when foreign investment comes to Zambia, it should be taken as a mere supplement, meaning to say that as Christian Democratic Party, we have what we want to implement for and on behalf of the Zambian people. So when that foreign investment comes, it's just to come and beef up, acting like a catalyst. But what is happening today, it's like we've left everything in the hands of the foreign investors, and that's the beginning of the problem economically in our nation. So we want to correct that aspect as the Christian Democratic Party. Then in the agricultural sector, we want to make sure that we graduate the peasant farmers. We bring them to the levels where they are going to compete with agricultural giants. For instance, the Zambia and all these farmers who migrated from South Africa and Zimbabwe. At the time, there were some land reforms which are taking place in these two countries. Because these are the guys who are running the show today. Whilst our farmers are really struggling, okay? As a matter of fact, what we want to do as a Christian Democratic Party is to make sure that we create a bank for our farmers, we are going to target the weak, so that these are the people whom we are going to empower. Because once we know that these weak farmers are empowered, then they are going to graduate into the levels of Zambia and all those white farmers around. And in so doing, they are going to create employment in the areas where they exist. And there will be no need of anyone to travel from Eastern Province to come to Lusaka, because the Lusaka today is over-congested. That's why the crime levels have gone up. There's a lot of lawlessness in Lusaka because people are running away from these faraway places in search of employment. But we want to take employments, job opportunities, right to where people are.
Okay, so now, in what manner, how will you empower these peasant farmers? In what ways?
Correct. Like I said, that will create a bank which is going to look into the affairs of these farmers. Because today, there is no such a bank. It does not exist. When people talk of the Constituency Development Fund, I think yesterday I was watching news. I saw a priest in Southern Province. He was lamenting. He was saying, no, this CDF, it is a fluke. That's what he was saying. He said he came to Lusaka and he saw that he came to procure desks. And all the way he traveled, all the way from Southern Province, he came to Lusaka. And it's the boys, the youths in Lusaka who are making those desks using CDF, and they are taking them to other parts of the country. So he was objecting to that. He was saying, no, what we need to do is let CDF find our youths in this province. They should be the ones to make the desks. And us as schools and whoever wants to use the desks should go to the youths. In so doing, we shall empower them. So in short, what he was saying in summary is that the youth empowerment is only existing in Lusaka and not in other parts of the country. And this is true, because Shekinah and you, Fortrace, you agree with me, because you browse these things, you follow what is happening. We've seen that there have been people who have been receiving the CDF when they are not supposed to be receiving that. And when a thorough audit is done, a lot of people are going to be arrested for that, because they're actually stealing from the national coffers. So we want to make a difference as the Christian Democratic Party. Yeah.
Okay. And now, how do you, or rather, what systemic barriers would you say prevent Zambian youth and even women from meaningful political participation? And how does the Christian Democratic Party plan to address those? Because we've been hearing this conversation with even now the Constitution as well.
Fantastic.
So how do you plan to address that?
Actually, I like the question for obvious reasons, because when you talk of the youth and the women, these are overlooked in society. Okay, people downtrodden them and things like that. But what we want to do, we want to go the UNIP way, the way Kaunda looked at the youths and the way Kaunda looked at the women. It was under the UNIP administration that we had a lot of women who were, embraced into political leadership. And not only that, I think it went across, it went beyond, political participation, okay? Because Zambia is a signatory to the SADC protocol, which talks of empowering the women into positions of influence, at least 50%. But that we have not done. So if we were to be given a chance to preside over the affairs of this country as the Christian Democratic Party, trust me, we are going to do the right thing. We are going to make sure that women are going to participate, and their participation should start right from schools, primary school, where if at that primary school there are 30 positions for captain or prefect, whatever it is, we'll make sure that 50% of that should come from girl child. It graduates, it goes on to secondary school, thereafter it goes on to university, everywhere else. And we'll make sure that this is not just going to end up as a political rhetoric, but it is something we are going to supervise so that we realize that dream. It should be a dream come true. Because these two groupings of people you've referred to, Shekinah, they are vulnerable today. That's why you see that youths, the only engagements they have, which are positive to them, is to involve themselves in illicit activities. And alas to say that majority of them have ended up in prison. If not that, a lot of them have been buried, okay? Because government has given their attention a blind eye. And that's not supposed to be the case at the end of the day, okay? So we'll make sure that we do the right thing as the Christian Democratic Party.
So what about within your party at the moment? How have you ensured that within the Christian Democratic Party, women and youths are being prioritized?
I can tell you what we have done. Actually, the Lusaka province women's chairperson, I've already given the answer. The Lusaka province leadership, the majority are ladies. So is the case with these other provinces. Okay, even the national executive setup, the majority actually are women. Yeah, because charity begins at home. We don't want to talk of things which we are not doing, because when we are not doing those things, and I'm here, the propaganda and stuff like that, when we are given an opportunity to run the affairs of this country, we are going to fail. Because, they say that you cannot give what you don't have. When I ask for water from you, Shekinah or Fortrace, if you don't have it, you don't give it to me, but when you have, you give it to me. So we are going to be practical, because already we are practical. So when we are given that opportunity to run the affairs of this country, we are not going to fail, because it is something we would have been doing for a number of years. Yeah.
Let me backtrack you on what you said, that you want to call a spade because
That's
you want to
right.
stay away from the toxicity of politics.
Exactly.
Now, I would love to state that politics can be toxic sometimes. And then we have been seeing a lot of wrangles that have been going on in the alliance, the Tonsi alliance. We are hearing about the former president being ousted. We are hearing of people leaving. The New Era Democratic Party did resign from Tonsi alliance. Now we are seeing all this instability going on. How are the people how are you going to gain confidence from the people? I would say, how are the people rather going to gain confidence in you, the alliance, now that we are seeing this going down? If they have to vote for you next year.
A nice one, Fortrace. Every organization, when it is formed, it has 4 stages it's supposed to undergo. So let me just go to the 2 most critical stages, and that is the stage which they call storming. So when an organization is formed, because it constitutes of people from different backgrounds, so there will be storms. Yeah, but after that, I'm going to learn now, okay, using my experience or using what I've seen, the way Shekinah behaves and the way Fortrace behaves, then I'll start to make personal adjustments. I will know that in the morning when you go to Fortrace to greet her, she won't answer. So I won't greet you in the morning. I will make sure that I come around 12 hours to come and say hi to you. I would have mastered you. Okay, so the confusion, if at all it is happening now, it is very good, because it is exposing certain individuals, characters. Then at the same time, it is giving an opportunity to other people, okay, who've got critical leadership positions within the Tonse Alliance.
Don't you think it stabilizes, though?
No, it is not. It is not. It is actually giving an opportunity, because every storm, there is something which is behind that storm. So we have to find it. Remember, I'm talking about the internal memo, which has been circulated to us. Yeah, telling us that...
what's in the memo?
The memo is merely telling us, the Council of Leaders, to let us know that an ad hoc committee has been set up to look into the affairs of Honorable Given Lubinda and Honorable Raphael Nakachinda. Because those are mere allegations for now. Yes, I can't say they are guilty, no. We have not heard them. Okay, my colleagues have not yet heard them. Actually, this committee is going to sit tomorrow on Friday. They'll sit. Yes. So it is giving them an opportunity. Because when one is not given an opportunity to exculpate themselves, and you go ahead and discipline them in the negative, by the time you realize that they were innocent, it is too late. So that's why you say every organization has got disciplinary regulations. Yes, one has to be held, because you might miss a point. Why did you come late? Oh, you've been suspended. Okay, what are you going to do now when you come to hear that, actually the taxi they were in was involved in an accident, and thank God that your employee never died, so they had to walk 20 kilometers to report for work.
Mr. Cephas,
Yes,
we have seen an alliance being formed before. The UPND formed alliances before they formed government.
Yes.
And we did see that not a lot of people are sticking around for that alliance. So how are you going to make sure that maybe there is no party using each other to gain power next year?
Fantastic. Actually, talking about the UPND, remember what I said, that no single political party is going to oust the UPND from power. The UPND came into power because they had support from the church, from the labor movement, from the NGOs and other civil society organizations, plus some eminent persons. Even today, when you look at the setup of the cabinet, you find out there are people like Honorable Melupi. He's got a political party. Honorable Mtati, he runs a political party. Even those outside cabinet, we have Dr. Nevas Mumba. He runs MMD and many other people. Some of my personal friends actually are in foreign service. I don't want to mention their names here. And they run political parties.
You can. It's okay.
Yes. No. Okay, let me mention it. My own good friend is in China now, Dr. Daniel Shimunza is a president of a party called Movement for National Transformation. He's in China today, and many other people. They're in foreign service. So alliances in this country, actually, they work. It is just that sometimes people get into those alliances with different reasons, different purposes. And these are people we should quickly do away with. Once we notice that no, their purpose is not to build but to destroy, we should get rid of such people, because Zambia's got serious problems and it needs serious-minded people to come together and do the right thing.
What do you think is the most challenging part of ousting the UPND government? Like you said, like no political party can oust them from power.
Yeah, because look, they remain a united force. Yes.
And then you did say you are also trying to unite.
Correct. Through Tonse. Yeah, and not only through Tonse. A few days ago, President Sean Tembo actually went to have some talks with the Citizens First President, Dr. Hari Kalava. I'm not privy to what was discussed. Maybe when the Council of Leaders meeting is convened, we are going to be told what was discussed there. There is strength in numbers. They say that united we stand and divided we fall. That's what they say. Yeah. So we really should encourage the unification of political parties, the unification of NGOs, churches, eminent persons, etc., to come together and liberate this country. It is actually historical. When you get into political history of this country, you see that President Kaunda and UNIP, they had support from the labor movement and the church in order for them to have the independence we are celebrating today. And there was a repeat in 1991 when Chirua was given an opportunity to preside over the affairs of this country. Again, we saw the pivotal role which the church played, which also the labor movement played, So there is strength in numbers. This is why we are saying, please, people, let's work together. Let's not have a hidden agenda. They should no one should come to the table with a hidden agenda.
Are you sure all your policies align with every political party you are making in the alliance? Won't they be backstabbing later on when somebody wins next year in 2026?
Well, I think it's normal to do that, but if the majority are still standing with such a one who's won, then it is firm ground. Because not even Jesus had 100%. Remember, he had the 12 disciples.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Others doubted him. Others betrayed him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just
others denied him.
It's just Judas Iscariot.
No, actually, let me mention them. There was Judas Iscariot who betrayed him.
Yes.
Then there was a Peter. Who denied him. Then there was Thomas who doubted him. Yeah. So in every society you'll have 3 groupings of people. Others will reject you, others will doubt you, others will sell you out. Yeah, it's a normal thing. Yeah.
This is Voice of the People. You can be part of the conversation. The phone lines are open. We are live on Dstv. That is on Topstar channel 92. The number that you are using, that is a studio number. It is 0979-192-485 or 0955-997-997. Joining us this morning for the Power Breakfast, we do have the Secretary General, that is Mr. Cephas Mukuka for Christian Democratic Party.
And once again, like Fortrace has said, you can definitely call us up, send us your messages, your thoughts on it as well, on the conversations we're having, your concerns, areas that you feel should be addressed. And once again, we do have, and that is Mr. Cephas Mukuka in studio. And so now, Mr. Cephas, if there's anything that has been also, I would say, a topic of conversation lately, especially, it's been on our freedom of expression, possibly being shrunken even more and more with the cyber bill as well, and the Cybersecurity Act coming into play. So now, what specific reforms would you say citizens, or rather, if I say Christian Democratic Party, would ensure that there's a robust freedom of expression in Zambia once we get closer to the 2026 elections, especially being as the opposition? What would you what would you do to ensure that we are able to express what we feel, what we believe, and what should be done?
Correct. Yeah, I think I saw a named minister on TV. He was laboring, not a minister, sorry, one of the leaders of the UPND, actually. He was at pains to explain, trying to convince people on the cyber crime that it is good. I was just there listening and laughing, Look, it is not the work of the political party to start to do what the UPND are trying to do. No. That's why in the governance system, we've got groupings of experts. We've got the medical gurus. We've got the people who are well vested in the issues of cybercrime. Here we are talking of ZICTA. Of late, we've seen how ZICTA has worked. Okay, they have really worked very hard. Okay, those boys and girls who used to steal money through mobile money by saying, "Oh, I've wrongly sent you 10,000. Please kindly." Return it to me. By the time you authorize, your money is gone. A lot of them have been arrested. Okay? It is not the UPND who arrested them. No. It is ZICTA in collaboration with the Zambia police. So ZICTA are well vested. Actually, in countries like, we're talking of the African setup, in countries like Rwanda, once you drop your phone, no one will dare to steal it. If they did, they will have to destroy it completely and not steal it in order to sell it or to use it. You are gone. Okay? The ZICTA, allow me to use this, the ZICTA of Rwanda is ruthless. So all we need to do here in Zambia is to make sure that our ZICTA here is ruthless. What I mean to say is, they should be very aggressive on the ground. That they should be no stories of, someone has stolen a phone and things like that. A few days ago, when I ran out of fuel along Kamloops Road, I now, thank God, had a container. So before I could walk, a good Samaritan stopped. He took me to the nearest filling station at Kalingalinga there. As I was buying fuel, I left my phone there. Then quickly, a lady who was good-hearted as you, Fortrace and Shekinah, gave me a lift to where I left my car. I poured fuel back in my vehicle. I miscalculated, actually. I thought I would do that because I was rushing for a program. So now I wanted to call a friend to say, sorry, I've delayed. The phone is gone. Then someone says, no, I want to believe the phone has gone with that lady who gave you a lift. And I'd locked my phone and I was saying, oh Lord, I'm done. But something inside my heart told me to say, you go and find out at the filling station. I went, I said, didn't I leave? They said, oh, so it's you. The phone is here itself with us. To find such people in this country, it is 1 out of 3,000. Okay? Because look, once you lose your phone, it will just end with the police, come tomorrow, come tomorrow. By the time you realize how much you have spent in going to the police, you would have spent 15,000 kwacha. You know what I'm saying? So we need to make sure that our Zikta here are aggressive, like the Zikta of Rwanda is aggressive. It's not the only Zikta in Rwanda which is aggressive. We've got other countries where really people cannot even steal a one-way from you. That's all we need. Now, when we have such laws like the cyber crime law and things like that, what comes to our mind is just maybe government is trying to gag. Government is trying to squeeze its own people. No. Government should stay away. All government should do is to create an enabling environment. Okay? In so doing, they will empower relevant authorities. Like Zikta, they are an authority. They would have empowered Zikta to do their work. Now, when they are trying to get the authority from Zikta, then what is Zikta going to do? Problem there.
Mr. Cephas, the two bills, which is the cyber crimes bill and the cyber security bill, but in particular, the cyber crimes bill is also talking about child online protection. It's also talking about the protection of persons against cyber crimes, maybe bullying on social media. So are you saying the whole bill is wrong?
Listen, there could be nothing wrong with that, but all we are saying is this. Let Zikta do their work. That's what we are saying here. Zikta, look, at one point when I was serving with MMD as spokesperson, someone did a statement in my behalf suggesting that Dr. Mumba has resigned from the MMD and he won't come back to politics. And it went viral. Okay?
That's misinformation, right?
Yes. I went to Zikta myself in the company of the National Secretary, Madam Elizabeth Chitika Moloveka. We saw the director there, and he was even able, he was able to see the person who did that. He told me, he said, no, it's not you, Mukuka, who did this. I'm able to see the person who did this. We have his number and we have his warrant. But now, we want you to go to the police so the police now can come in and give us a go-ahead. He even told me that, no, if you pursued this issue, it will give you a lot of money. If this guy has got money to reward you with, if not that, he has to go to prison. But look, I could not pursue that case because I decided to disengage myself from the MMD. So in short, what we are saying is, Zikta has got everything by themselves. Remember, these are gurus in the issues of computer, technology, and things like that. They are gurus.
Are you disputing the cyber bills or are you agreeing with the cyber bills?
All I'm saying here is let Zikta do their work.
You are not answering my question. Are you disputing or are you agreeing?
No, look, like the other issue of now saying if you did this 15 years, I can't agree with that. And this is not to promote lawlessness, no. It's not to promote lawlessness. All we are saying is when such a one is identified on social media, Zikta will tell you that no, one who did this is from Solwezi. His name is Kabiji Mpanga. Okay? And the police will now have to go after such a one. That's all. Because now, if the UPND are seen to be advancing certain things, people are going to misunderstand them. They'll say no because elections...
That's what's currently happening right now.
Yes, people will say because elections are around the corner. So what the UPND are trying to do is to squeeze people so that they remain docile. They should not comment on this and that, because if you comment, you don't know which type of law you would have destroyed. By the time you realize, you find yourself 30 years imprisonment and stuff like that. We come from families. Yes. So our families will tell us, even when you want to share something with Shekinah or Fortrace, someone will say, you may not know the crime you are committing. Yes. So that becomes dangerous for the citizens.
Mm-hmm. So now, I would like to say, as Christian Democratic Party, I'm sure within your party you have a lot of communication that's happening amongst many members. Would you say having this possibly now, I would say, instituted to some extent, do you feel this is now further hampering how you communicate with one another, seeing as it might be deemed as critical information that the government can possibly act on?
I think in most cases it's either the president or myself to communicate, and we've got a way of doing that. Yes, and every day in the morning I check. Yeah, we've got a way of doing it, and as chief executive of my party, I make sure that none of our members should be on the wrong side of the law.
So now, is this, because we did hear even years ago where they were saying that within Zambia the democratic space is shrinking. Is it shrinking on your end as a party? Do you feel like you're being pressed from all sides in order to ensure that you are standing within your role as the opposition?
The indicators on the ground today, Shekinah, suggest that our democracy is not only shrinking, but it is being abused. Okay? I can cite to you so many examples. For instance, when you talk of the hate speech, how many members of the UPND, how many of them are in their comfort zones, drinking water, watching TV, after using crude language against others? And how many of those who are not members of the UPND have been arrested? You know what I'm talking about. Not only that, there are some people who've been kept in police custody minus appearing before the courts of law. Okay? No, that is abuse, really. And not only that, look, many a times people have said, no, we suspect some acts of corruption in the way that transaction was done. All we have seen is Minister A being moved from that ministry to go to another ministry. And it ends there. But if it is other people who served in the previous regime, or those who are in the opposition, trust me, within 30 days you are convicted. And if you're an MP, the speaker will even be very happy, smiling over a cup of coffee to announce that there's a by-election in Mr. Mukuka's constituency there. So now look, it's not good, really. It's really not good. We have to discuss these things. It's really not good. It's not good. It's not good for democracy, and it's not good for our nation, Zambia.
So now, as we get to wrap up, how are you ensuring that the Christian Democratic Party is still standing firm when it comes to providing checks and balances to the current government? Because we draw closer and closer to the elections, and you are needed more than ever. So how are you ensuring you stand firm in that?
Well, I think for us in the Christian Democratic Party, we've taken into account or consideration the fact that the UPND are really trying to squeeze every citizen, and we are mindful of what we say, we are mindful of where we step, so that we should be seen to be on the right side of the law. And not only that, when we see that here they've erred, we have not demeaned the UPND, but with respect we have criticized them. Because look, the UPND may err, okay, in the way they are doing things, but it would be totally wrong for me to start insulting the president.
We do have a phone call. Sorry to cut you short. We do have a phone call. Hello, good morning. You're welcome to Voice of the People.
Hello.
Who are we speaking to? May please state your name and where you're calling from. Okay. Please tell us, what is your question or comment?
Opposition is one part money, but we don't have a agree like Masero, not one. But you have a bambini, but in Masero, over the same as you can time. No, so that is a great Ragamala minima or maybe competition to execute. Come.
Okay. So essentially, he was just saying he is agreeing with you, saying back then in the previous regime, there was a lot of checks and balances that would happen from political parties in opposition as compared to now, where a number of them are being arrested at this point in time. So now, as we get to wrap up, what would you say to that person who's listening to you right now in whatever area they're in? Because we are live on Topstar, on Dstv, but we're also live on radio and even live on social media. But actually, before you get to wrap up, we do have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Morning, how are you, Madam Moderator?
We are good. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fine. My name is Philemon from Chiturika, Zambia.
Okay, you can go ahead, Philemon.
Thank you. Good morning, Bwana Secretary.
Good morning, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. I agree with you on a cyber issue that whenever you see that the government is going wrong, we should not insult. We should provide credible checks and balances. Excellent. There you are correct. Now, for your friends, they have used social media or internet or cyber, like, for settle ground for insulting elders, the head of state. When you are arrested, they say, no, you are too vindictive, vacancy, whatever. This freedom is unprecedented. If the head of state wanted, a lot of these people would have been behind bars, including the atrocity which they committed during their tenure of office. Now, you are lucky that he is a good Samaritan. He said no to cadarism. Cadarism in this country means beating people in the bus stops, kuiba drama from minibus drivers, getting money from the farmers. It's what it means, cadarism. All these things are a thing of the past. These things who committed these atrocities are free. And these are the people who have stood on the ant-hill insulting the same person who forgave them. So I'm urging you to continue respecting the presidency, the head of state, for you to be relevant in this country. A lot of political parties have gone to oblivion because they have resorted to insulting at the expense of providing checks and balances. If you can recall, when we were in opposition, we could provide credible checks and balances on social media, and we had a huge following. Where nothing, Patriotic Fund found it very difficult to arrest us because they were given good checks and balances on social media. Otherwise, congratulations for respecting the head of state. May God bless you. Thank you.
We appreciate you. Thank you very much for coming through. Maybe you might just want to quickly comment on the...
Yeah, it's what I said when you asked me a question, Fortrace, suggesting that politics could be toxic. Look, if something bad has been done or committed by those in power, it will be a very big error on our part as a Christian Democratic Party to also respond by using, emotions, insulting, and things like that. No. What we have to do is to sober up, make our case known and clear to the people. And the people will see, to say, I think these people believe in what they believe in. Like I want to emphasize here that us, we don't believe in toxic politics. We are not going to participate in any form of political violence or hooliganism. That will be tantamount to what we believe in as a Christian Democratic Party. We believe in Christian norms and standards. But that said, it does not mean that a Muslim or a Hindu who wants to come and join us, they should shun away. No, they should come.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
So now, what is your call to action to the person who's listening right now, especially your call to action for people to join or rather to partake within what the ideals are of the Christian Democratic Party within 30 seconds?
Yeah, all they have to do is they should get in touch with me, or they should get in touch with me. Maybe they may not have my number. All they need to do is to go to our Facebook page. Then they should drop a comment there and we'll be able to respond. Otherwise, all people, regardless of the faith they believe in, they are most welcome to come and join the Christian Democratic Party.
Yeah, that is well noted. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure hosting me here.
Absolutely welcome. This is Voice of the People, and it comes every single weekday from Monday to Friday. And in studio, we did have our guest, and essentially he broke down so many topics. And if you too want to also see how further you can be part of it, as easy as you just calling us up, sending us your messages. That's on 0955 997 997 or on 0979 192 485. In studio today, we did have Mr. Cephas Mukuka, who is the Secretary General, and that is for the political party, Christian Democratic Party. Once again, this is Voice of the People. You can join us tomorrow morning, same time, same place.
Voice of the People, Monday to Friday from 8:45 to 8:30 a.m. Great morning conversations start here.